Hi, good afternoon. This is Miss Rector, and we're going to go through our TEK is talking about solving equations and inequalities. You should have already put this in your graph composition notebook, and we're just going to go through some simple equations and how to go through the equations. Well, this first one is a two-step equation. So a two-step equation consists of something that is two expressions that are an expression and a number that has an equal sign in between. So first thing we're going to do is you should have folded this up, and you're going to rewrite your problem right here. 2x plus 5 equals negative 11. So then you're going to take it one step at a time. So you're going to have two steps. So first step is to move over this 5, and to get this 5 over to the other side of the equal sign, you need to subtract it. And then whatever you do on one side, you have to do to the other. So then you have to subtract 5 on the other side. So when you're left with 2x equals negative 16. So that was our first step. This is our second step. So to think about, instead of thinking what times 2 equals negative 16, you're going to do the inverse operation, as you're going to divide on both sides. So you're going to say x equals, because when you divide 2 divided by 2 is 1, so you're going to be left with x. X equals negative 8. So the steps to solve this. Well, the steps to solve this is to first isolate variable. Okay. Subtract 5 from both sides. And then you're going to divide both sides by 2. Okay. So from here, we have our x equals negative 8, but you're not finished yet. You have to keep going. You have to check and make sure that your answer is correct. So to be able to check and see if your answer is correct, you have to plug it back into the original equation. So you're going to write 2x plus 5 equals negative 11. So you're going to place this negative 8 wherever x happens to be, and that's only in one place in this problem. So you're going to say 2 times negative 8 plus 5 equals negative 11. Okay, so 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. You notice negative 16 is right here too. So negative 16 plus 5. You're doing that same step. So you've got negative 16 plus 5 is negative 11. So you're going to have negative 11 equals negative 11. And if you want, you can go through and you got to check. It works. You did it correct. Okay. Now this is something that you may have not seen before. The variables are on both sides. So that means that you have two expressions that are joined by this equation sign. So you're going to rewrite it. 7x minus 4 equals 5x minus 22. So what I like to do is to be able to get your variables on one side of the equation. So you get to pick which side you want to move it to, but I suggest moving it to where it doesn't make it a negative. So what we're going to do first is move over negative 5x. You have to think about, if I subtract 5x's, if I have 5x's and I subtract 5 more, I have no x's left. So I have to subtract on both sides 5x. So 7x minus 5x. equals 2x. Okay, minus 4 equals negative 22. Okay. Then you're going to move your 4 over. So to get this on this other side is to add 4 on both sides. 2x equals negative 18. So then you have to divide by 2 on both sides, divide by 2 on both sides, and x equals negative 9. Okay. Now, to talk about what we did, what we did first is called combine like terms. That means you're going to combine all your variables and you're going to combine all of your numbers, your values, without the variables attached. That's very important. Combine like terms. You're going to hear that a lot. So when you're doing that, you need to subtract 5x from both sides. After that step, you're going to add 4 to both sides. I'm just outlining what we did over here, just writing it out. Then you're going to divide both sides by 2. Okay. Now we need to be able to check and make sure our answer is correct. Okay. So we need to put in our negative 9 wherever x occurs. So 7x minus 4 equals 5x minus 22. So wherever x occurs in this problem, in this equation, you're going to plug it back in. So you're going to say 7 times negative 9 minus 4 equals 5 times negative 9 minus 22. Okay. Then you're just going to use the order of operations. So you're going to say 7 times negative 9 is negative 63 minus 4 equals 5 times negative 9 is negative 45 minus 22. Then you're just going to subtract. So negative 63 minus 4 is negative 67. And then negative 45 minus 22 is also negative 67. So you can go ahead and check. It is correct. It equals each other, and you know that your x value is correct. Okay. Now, this next section is called, it's where you have parentheses. Now, you would have seen this before without, it's called the distributive property. So you would have seen this without an x value, and you would have been able to solve with the order of operations. But since we have this variable inside our parentheses, you can't solve that part yet. So you're going to have 4 times 3x minus 2 equals 52. Okay. Whenever you are using the distributive property, you just have to remember to distribute. Now, when you think of the word distribute, you're going to distribute things to different, you're going to distribute, if I say I'm going to distribute all the papers to everybody, everyone's going to get one. So it's kind of the same way. This 4 is going to be distributed to the 3x, and it's going to be distributed to this 2. Now, once you're finished with the distributing, you'll have to, when you distribute it, you're going to multiply it. So 4 times 3x is 12x, and then 4 times, that's a negative 2, is negative 8, equals 52. And now, this problem looks just like this one-step equation that we did up here, except for different numbers, of course. So now you're just going to add 8 on both sides. Okay, and then you're going to have 12x equals 60. Then you're going to divide by 12 on both sides. and x equals 5. So the steps on this one, what we did was we distributed there we go, distributed 4 to both the 3x and the negative 2, and we added what we did was we added 8 to both sides. After that, we divide both sides by 12. Okay, so now to be able, all we get to do is check, so we need to input our 5 for the x, so 4 times 3 times 5 minus 2 equals 52. Okay, so we're going to do our parenthesis order of operations, so 4 times 15 minus 2 equals 52, and then 4 times 13 equals 52, and 4 times 13 is 52, so 52 equals 52. So you can go ahead and check that you got the right x value. Okay, now you're not always going to write out the steps like this, but I really wanted you to see what that looks like, and I hope this helps, and we will be using this in class tomorrow. I'm not going to do the inequalities just yet. We will come back to that part of this foldable. So I hope this helps. I hope you have a great night.